crown, but definitely not out. The Manchester Originals got their first win of the tournament under their belts last time out. London Spirit also picked up 2 points in their last game as Deandra Dotton showed all her class and experience to get them over the line against the previously undefeated Northern Superchargers. Well, it's an absolutely must-win game for the Manchester Originals as they host London Spirit in their final home game of the tournament this afternoon at Emirates Old Trafford. Well, it's a beautiful day here at Old Trafford. The sun is out and we have a very, very special guest with us.
It's just an early sign of that class act all the way.
That is a proper shot.
Beautiful strike.
Talk about excellent shots. Classy from Rodriguez. Oh, that is so good. This is an absolute exhibition from Rodriguez.
Jemima Rodriguez. What an innings it's been. What a partnership.
Jemima Rodriguez joins us. Thank you so much for joining us, and alongside her we've got Nasser Hussain. Jemmy, great to have you here. It's been a phenomenal tournament for you. I mean, are you enjoying yourself?
Oh, absolutely. I think if you get so many runs, I think anyone will enjoy the tournament out here. But yeah, the 100 has been special for me. And also since it's a new format, very exciting. And more than anything else, I think it's the crowd that, comes on the ground and, just cheers. And especially playing at Headingley, my home ground. So I love the crowd there. I love the crowd that's showing up in the 100 wherever we play. So I think it's one of the best tournaments so far.
It's wonderful to have you here. We saw you've got some skills off the ground as well, playing a bit of guitar with Butch. So, I mean, you're quite a multi-talented girl.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that. I don't know what to say about that, but I personally love playing the guitar. And I started playing guitar at maybe 3-4 years back and just carried on to everywhere I go. And today I had the honor to play it with Mach. So, I mean, it was so much fun.
Well, you've definitely been the star of the show in this 100 tournament. Nas, it's been a great tournament so far. Manchester Originals, they won their last game. Lizelle Lee scoring some runs. The spinners doing well. They need to back it up with another good performance.
Yeah, they need to get on a run really and win every single game from now on in. I think they'll like home advantage here. I've been out to the middle to have a look. It's a used pitch. It's a dry pitch. I think it will spin. And I think Manchester Originals have a lot of spinners in their ranks, so I think they'll love home advantage. London Spirit just need to kick on as well. The men's side are out of it, they're right at the bottom, but the London Spirit women still got a chance. But both these sides basically need to win every single game from now on till the end, and probably also a few results go their way from the other teams.
Yeah, right. What's on the table right now? You've got London Spirit again. They have lost 3 of the 5 that they've played, and then Manchester Originals as well. They won 1 game out of the 5. They desperately need a win today. Demi, you played your last game against London Spirit as well. They won that game. Deandra Dotton was particularly impressive.
Yeah, she was. I think if you see the batting order, they have Tammy Diamond at the start. Then they have Heather Knight coming in to balance the middle overs, and then they have Chloe Chayon as a pinch hitter. But then Deandra Dotton coming in form, playing those shots. She just robbed the mat out of our hands, because at one moment we thought we had it under control, but just coming in and hitting those boundaries and those sixes, I think nobody could stop her that day.
I mean, that's been what the tournament has been about, Nas. You've seen Deandra score some runs, some impressive performances overall by Rachel Priest. It's been a great platform for the women's game.
Oh, it sure has, and I think the women have really bought into it as well. Not just on the field and the crowd, but we've seen them here with their fancy shirts on. We've seen Jemima playing her guitar. We saw them last night, wasn't it? The Birmingham Phoenix girls were up on the stage dancing away. I think they've got the spirit of the game. They understand what the 100's all about. It's fun on the pitch. It's fun off the pitch as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen some high quality cricket, which is the most important thing, apart from the fact that it's been a lot of fun and entertaining in general as well. Now we are ready for the toss, so it's over to Keezy.
Right, so we're at the bandstand with the DJ, and I have the 2 captains, Kate Cross and Heather Knight. Kate, you've got the coin. Heads is the call, shocking throw, but it doesn't matter, it's come down at tails. What are you going to do?
You said heads. That's me. This is a shambles.
You called tail. You called heads.
Yeah, no, sorry.
So it's you who won the toss. This is an absolute shambles. Heather, why don't you just go and play the piano or something like that for a second?
We're going to have a bat, please.
What are you going to do?
We're going to have a bat, please.
Have a look at the pitch. It's a used pitch. Looks like there might be a bit of spin. Is that the reason why?
Yeah, that's the pitch that we played on the other night. It didn't have much cricket on it, to be fair, because it's rain affected. But yeah, I think it'll be a bit of turn later, which will suit us.
Getting to that point where it's must-win games. You looking forward to it?
Yeah, it's been must-win for us for a while now. So I thought we played really good cricket the other night. I thought the girls went out and expressed themselves, which is what we'd asked of them. So yeah, it's good to get the win on the board.
Your team news.
Same team.
All right. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Right then, Heather. Let's get this right. So how are you going? Must-win game for you as well.
Yeah, no, it is. Has been since last game as well, and that's what makes it exciting, doesn't it? You obviously got to win. You got to put in your best performance, and hopefully we can do that again today.
Seen the pitch. What do you make of it?
Yeah, it looks a bit dry, doesn't it? Wouldn't mind batting, obviously from the toss. But yeah, look, we're going to have to bowl well. We're missing a few players today as well, so I don't mind it too much. We're just going to have to play very well and adapt to the conditions that are out there.
When you say you're missing a few players, give us your team news then.
Yeah, so Fred Davis had his brother's wedding, so can't come back because of COVID rules. Chloe Tryon has got an ankle injury, and Amara Carr kind of broke her nail / broke her finger. So yeah, a few changes. So coming in, we've got Grace Gibbons making her debut, Monaghan fresh from her graduation, and Susie Ray.
That sounds a nightmare, just trying to work all of that out. Best of luck today.
Thank you. Cheers.
So news from the middle, or not from the middle because I'm at the bandstand, is that Manchester have won the toss. They're going to have a bat first.
Yeah, that seems to be the preferred option, and that's, I mean, we've seen that it's a bigger ground. Obviously, you're going to see a bit of turn as well. Batting first, the option to go to.
I'm still trying to work out who won the toss and who's doing what, actually, to be honest.
Originals have won.
Rob Key explained that perfectly. Listen, that pitch is very, very dry. The sun is out, it is warm. Absolutely. The only thing to do, win the toss bat and pack your side with spinners, and that's exactly what the Originals have done. If they get any kind of pass score out there, that will be plenty, especially with London Spirit missing some key players in their ranks.
I mean, you've played on a few grounds by now. I mean, what have you made generally of the conditions? Have you had an idea of a power score, or is it just different as per different venues?
Honestly, every ground is different. You know, there are some grounds which are batting because some grounds, because it has been used for test games and the domestic, it's gotten more slower. And as Sir said, that today the pitch is more slower. So I think nobody can decide what's a power score because this is cricket and this is 100-ball cricket, so anything can happen. So it's going to be exciting.
It is going to be exciting. And speaking of spinners, because we're talking about, you know, this wicket offering a bit of turn as well, Manchester Originals seem to have quite a few in their ranks.
Yeah, and they have Sophie Eccleston as well. I mean, Sophie Eccleston is the best white ball spinner in the world. I hope Jemima doesn't mind me saying that with some of the Indian spinners she plays with, but she is absolutely high class. And I won't tell you about her. Jemima, what does she do so well? Why is she so difficult? What do people say about facing Sophie Eccleston?
I think, firstly, on this wicket, you know, she is my key bowler always, but she's like the captain's favourite. You know, anytime, any situation, whether it's power play or the death bowling or in between, you know, you can go to her. And she has the control, and also since she has the height, so she pushes the ball in. Most of the time, it doesn't spin. She bowls it into the batter. So many people, you know, struggle to to understand that. But I think, you know, her rank says it all. She's number one bowler in T20s.
Jemmy, you've got some other spinners in the Manchester Originals squad as well. Emma Lamb is there. Then there's Alex Hartley, who had a good outing in that previous one. So it looks like a good side.
Yeah, it's a really good side. You have Emma Lamb over there opening with Lizelle Lee. Both of them got off to a really good start. And then you have Mignon Dupreez with her overseas experience, played so much. Cordelia Griffiths, Eccleston coming in again with that experience. And then you have Boyce, you have Ellie, you have Cross, being a part of the current Indian team, has had a really good season so far. And yeah, you have Brown, Hartley, left arm, Jones. So yeah, they look like a really good side.
They definitely do, and probably a side which is, I would say, would adapt to these conditions really well, considering the options that they've got. London Spirit, then Tammy Beaumont up front, and Naomi Ditani as well.
I think Tammy has been a massive bonus coming back in. I think that's why they had such a slow start to the tournament. She missed the first couple of games because she was away. COVID protocol. Since she's come in, she's got runs. Heather Knight and Dottin need to show their class. Because of that spin threat in the opposition, they're both fine players to spin. Heather in particular is a touch player. Then Deepti Sharma, who we all know well. And they're a very good side all the way down. They've got, you know, a lot of talent, but they're going to be absolutely tested today especially when it comes to chasing later. They've got to bowl the opposition out below par.
And then you've got somebody like Sophie Eccleston. I mean, it's definitely somebody you spoke about with her, how she normally finds her to be difficult to play against. But what makes her special, Nas, when you talk about Sophie Eccleston?
Well, I think Jemima summed it up there. She's accurate. She's always at you. I think her height as well. So she doesn't have to go up and down all the time. Her height, she can drive it into the pitch as well. So she's not easy to get down the pitch. She's got a very, very good cricket brain. She's a little bit feisty as well. Think Catherine Brunt as a seamer. Think Sophie Eccleston as a spinner. Spinners are obviously often a little bit meek and quiet. When you're under pressure, I would go to Eccleston every single time.
Absolutely. She is the go-to person for them as a side. Manchester Originals, though, the other night they had a bit of an interesting night, so to speak, with their shirts. Let's hear DK's thoughts on what he has to say, because he's been one who's been quite interesting with his choices as well.
I've been lucky in a way. A lot of people in England have, for some strange reason, like my t-shirts. And here, after the match, the girls have come out and worn some interesting t-shirts. Let's go. Emma Lamb, a lovely little jacket there. And then as we move on, Hannah Jones as well, just a jacket. But Kate Cross, very good choice there. Very simple, subtle, classy. I like what I see. Mignon Dupree, loud, yellow. Way to go. And then we have Lizelle Lee. Interesting. She's got a jumper inside, very interesting. And then comes Laura Jackson, again, another floral. What I like the most, Cordelia Griffin. She's got a very expensive taste, and I think my vote is going to go for that. Not because it's expensive. I think there's a bit of class to it. Good choice there, Cordelia.
He's declaring.
I declare I haven't a clue what's going on.
Samantha said lots of us back.
When booking a trip, you might be thinking to yourself, what else could possibly go wrong? I mean, that probably won't happen, but if your plans have to change, it doesn't matter, because Hotels.com has flexible booking options. Hotels.com, because just in case.
Nintendo Switch. You have the power to take your business into the future with a fast, affordable funding circle loan. For a quick decision, apply for a business loan at fundingcircle.com. The Premier League is back. Watch the biggest games every weekend live on Sky Sports Premier League.
Test cricket returns to
Yeah, Jerry and England, 50th Thursday, 10 o'clock.
on Sky Sports.
100 runs? I can barely manage one.
Enjoy the 100 a different way and meet the virtual players on the Sky Sports app. Whether you're in the park,
Which one? What
in the
shot?
office having a daydream,
Oh, yeah, that's out.
doing the shopping,
Jesus, Moon Alley.
relaxing at home, looking for a book like
Oh, yes, that's
we want to
amazing.
inspire a new generation.
Yes,
As
that's
the 100
amazing.
is for everybody. Visit the Sky Sports app and meet the virtual players.
Well, we've still got the star of the 100 here with us, Jimmy Rodriguez, but it's not the first time that she's speaking to us here. Nasser Hussain caught up with her a couple of years back.
One person who looks destined to boost the profile of women's cricket in India is Jemima Rodriguez. She's already played for India. She's already done well. I've come to the old school to find out what the fuss is all about. Jemima, I'm going to give you some throwdowns, okay? Don't kill me, okay? I did this with Kohli and he nearly killed me. Are you happy? Ready? Go. Great start.
Let's go start. Another.
Play the cover drive.
I see.
So I'll push you back there. Too many drives. Jemima, I know you're at college now, and I know you're now an Indian player, but what made you take up cricket?
Actually, it was my brothers who made me take up cricket. Like, at the age of 4, like, I was such a kind of a person, like, I couldn't sit down in one corner. I had to do something or the other. So my brothers used to play cricket, and I was the only girl at home. So looking at them, when I picked up a bat and I said, I want to play cricket.
You were a schoolgirl superstar, weren't you? Age 12 and a half, you were playing for the state under-19 side. How did it happen so quickly for you?
This happened just by God's grace, like, Lord Jesus Christ. And, like, my dad has worked a lot on me. Like, when I was young, he saw the spark in me and he said, okay, I need to work on this child. She looks bright to play cricket.
Did you have any doubt at all, at any stage in your mind, this is my daughter and girls don't play cricket?
No, I never had that doubt.
Not 1 second.
Not 1 second.
Do you still think there is that doubt in India with other parents that girls don't play cricket?
Yeah, you require parent support, because if parents don't support you, if there is no cooperation from the parents, then you will not end up playing cricket.
I was blessed to have like parents like my mom and dad, like, who supported me and who never stopped me from playing cricket. But in India, it's very difficult for girls to step out of the house and especially play cricket, which people say like it's a male-dominated sport.
I go down to Maidans, for example, in the last few days. There's a lot of boys playing cricket. Didn't see many girls. Why not?
I would request the parents first to take the children and look at them not from the girl point of view, but look at them from a talent point of view. Don't think that she's a girl. Encourage your daughter. One day she will also be Mithali Raj. One day she will also be Jemima playing for the country.
You've been given a central contract by the BCCI. How important is that to you? Do you see this now as your job?
Yes, I see it as a job, but more than that, I love doing the job. So that's how it is. But it's really good and it's going to help me a lot. Like, I can like upgrade myself and all that and do even better. So I think that's a really good step taken by BCCI.
Who are your heroes? Who do you look up to in the cricketing world?
In women's, I like Mithali Raj and Jemima. I just think that she's an inspiration for batting. Her techniques are the most nice techniques.
How much does that mean to you that you could be inspiring the next generation of girls cricket in India?
It means a lot to me. Like this is just another blessing. Like this is what the hard work that you're doing has paid off, and like to inspire younger people to take up cricket, it can't get better than that for me.
What would you advise them, having been through it all yourself?
Keep dreaming and keep chasing your dreams, because dreams do come true.
You're an inspiration. Thank you very much.
Wonderful to hear the thoughts of Jimmy. Jimmy, I have to ask you this. I mean, we saw how supportive your father is, and he spoke about how he always supported you to sort of pursue what you wanted to. If you look at now, it's been a couple of years since that interview. Have things changed at all, especially because when you look at Asia, that's been one challenge where families are not necessarily supportive. Have times changed, or are they evolving at all?
I think things have changed a lot. Even me, I got my braces off. I got that hairband off. So I think things have changed a lot. But yeah, even cricket in India, I think after the 2017 World Cup, I personally saw the drastic change in cricket in India, especially women's cricket, because I used to go to a ground and there were like 200 boys. I was the only girl. But now when I go there, there's a special net only for girls right there where I practice. So, you know, that's one of the most pleasing sights for me. Young girls taking up sports and the parents coming up and telling me, "Mujhe meri beti ko India khelna." I mean, I want to make my daughter play for India. So how to go ahead? So that's
you know, an exponential rise? How have you coped with the ups and downs and the pressures of being an Indian cricketer?
It's been a roller coaster ride for me. I've had ups, I've had downs, and I think that's what cricket's all about. It teaches you so much, changes you personally as a player, not just a player, as a human being. And yeah, I think it's just important. I remember you had come to our school and you told me, you took me aside, this was off camera. So you told me, you know, cricket is going to have ups and downs. But what the mistake I did, that you said the mistake I did was, you know, when I was in my ups, I was like, I had this high highs, but when I was low, I had these low lows. But you told me that you need to find a balance. And, you know, just you coming up, I was nothing at that time, but just the kind of experience you shared with me, that just shows what kind of person you are, sir. And I thank you for that. And somewhere I think I am still learning how to find that balance because it's not easy. For me, it's the same, you know. Last few months were like pretty tough, but it's good to be back. And I think somewhere it's important to find that balance in cricket.
And before that was really tough because you played that World T20 in front of 80,000 people at the NCG. All right, you lose, but then India don't play cricket for a year because of COVID. How difficult was that?
It was very difficult, and at some point it's kind of annoying because we're so used to living off our suitcase, traveling, and you know, going around the world playing cricket. And first 2 months was good because we needed a break. We got a lot of time to spend with the family. But then after that, I think my family also got fed up. Like, when is Jemima going? Okay, they didn't say that, but it was just like, you know, we couldn't wait. And then after that, we started to watch few matches. Like I think the England Australia women's team were playing, and then we were like, when will we get to play? Because there were a lot of cases in India, so it was very tough for us to practice, to get a ground to practice. I used to practice down in my building in a small lane with a plastic ball, because otherwise the cars would break. So, you know, it was tough times, but it taught me a lot and it helped me get back to my basics.
And the women's IPL?
So I think it's high time now we start the women's IPL. We all are very excited for it, and BCCI is doing a lot, you know, to get it started. So hopefully this time it starts soon because it's only going to boost women's cricket in India. And you never know, you will get, you know, likes like Shefali Verma, Richa Ghosh, all these players just coming out because even Shefali made a debut after the IPL, after playing the women's T20 challenge. So hopefully we have the women's T20 challenge soon. Yeah.
Definitely need that, you know, a platform for them as well to showcase their talent. Last question, how do you tackle criticism? We saw Alex Hartley speak about it in that previous game. She said she got trolled a lot, so she's come back and given that performance. Is it something that sort of really spurs you on to deliver your best?
Honestly, for me, the best way to handle criticism is to ignore it. Like, not even go online or, you know, go and read stuff. Because it's difficult, you know, when you are out here giving it your best, working hard. Nobody knows what you've gone through. Nobody knows the tears, the heartbreaks, you know, the sweat you put out to be where you are. And someone from somewhere, I don't know, sitting miles away, chatting and telling, posting stuff on social media. I mean, it's tough, but I think the way I handle it is trying to stay away from it as far as possible so I can focus on my game and be in the right headspace.
Yeah, focus is the name of the game. Thank you so much for your thoughts. Thank you so much for joining us. And Nas as well. We are building up towards the first game here. Manchester Originals take on London Spirit. We're taking a short break, but be back with all the live action. So stay tuned.
That's Doggy Building. We thought about shooting our Suzuki ad driving through an alpine mountain pass. But with deals this good, who needs a fancy ad? Jonathan.
It's £2,000 for Suzuki Hybrid Swift and Ignis. There's a huge range available now and a test drive.
The women's double header here in the 100. The sun is shining, the weather is sweet, and Old Trafford looks a picture. The weather has been changeable in the UK, something that is always changing. In the 100 have been the league standings. At the moment, the two teams playing, London Spirit and Manchester Originals, are sitting somewhere near the bottom of the league, but neither of them are out of it as yet. Remember, it is the top three teams that go through to the finals, with second playing third in a playoff, the top team going straight the way through to that final. The toss news is that Manchester Originals have won it and have chosen to bat first on a pitch that was used in the match played on Thursday. No changes for Manchester Originals, but London Spirit have 3 changes. Grace Scrivens becoming yet another 16-year-old to play in the tournament so far. Susie Rowe and Alice Moynihan also in the team. Injuries have hit the London Spirit. London Spirit take the field, led by Heather Knight, England's captain, and Darren Goff alongside me. Given the riches that they have to call upon, the likes of Deandra Dutton and Tammy Beaumont, it's strange to see them all the way down there in 6th place.
It is indeed. I mean, again, you look on paper, it's been surprising, and you look at Manchester Originals and London Spirit. We've got some excellent players, some experienced players, especially London Spirit. The fireworks kind of interrupt me midway. But we got Heather Knight, fantastic experienced player. Tammy Beaumont, we know what she can do. Deandra Dottin, I mean, they've got some top players on the London Spirit, but they're going to rise to the occasion today.
Yep, certainly have. As to Manchester Originals, as Al Lee, the South African powerhouse, is walking to the middle with Emma Lamb, both in decent touch, having performed excellently in the run chase win over Southern Break.
Yes, we're about to get some cricket.
32 balls. Emma Lamb made a
So yes, we know.
2 from 23. The
Manchester
and Spirit
Originals
know
won the
that
toss
2
and were
points
back.
are absolutely
So Manchester
imperative
Originals want to bat
they are
first.
to continue in the competition here at Old Trafford today.
So I would say what? So we have.
We'll know that this used surface will not be easy to chase down targets on later on, and so it's incredibly important that Spirit perform well, take wickets.
8,
And
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Power play. We're on the way for first ball. There we go. That was quick. First ball.
Charlie opening the bowling for the London Spirit. Up against Azelle Lee, South African opening batter. Played well the other night. Her and Emma Lamb, good partnership.
Charlotte Dean. Charlotte Dean is a bowler. Should I take him out? Should I take it slowly? Manchester Originals are taking it slowly at the start.
Rain came in and interrupted the men's match. But already we're seeing a little bit of spin. And that is not unusual for Emirates Old Trafford this season.
Welcome to Manchester. Absolutely. Over the years, coming here many times from my county, Yorkshire. You won't really see much, let me tell you that.
One after first 2 balls. So Originals have won 1 from their first 2 balls of winners. Oh.
All the way, finds the gap, finds the boundary.
Oh, that's 4.
We're used to seeing these from Emma Lamb. Doesn't really have a sighter. She looks to get stuck in straight away. Played some lovely shots the other night from Manchester Originals.
That was a good shot though.
Slightly back of the lens, a little bit short, just helped it around the corner.
4.
First found it for the Originals.
Nicely bowled to finish the first set of 5.
Manchester Originals. Manchester Originals
Who's going to take the ball
are
to the next set? Looks like it's going to be so
5
and
from
right.
their first 5 then. So Originals are on 5 from their first 5. So the back something else.
A little on the high side. Best of 2 for 20. Pitch hard and gets a bit of bounce out of this surface.
Yeah, banged that one in a little bit, didn't she? Sophie? came around a little bit by surprise. She's a player that likes to look for a bit of width, but she's a very good cutter of the ball. Hitting the ball behind backward square. It's a preferred option. Any young fast bowlers out there, when you're bowling in these limited over games, T100, T20, you just got to make sure you give the batsman no width whatsoever. If there's no swing, nipping back onto off stump.
Usually to be found at extra cover, the England captain of London Spirit, Heather Knight. She might have a role to play with the ball as well as the bat this evening. Afternoon, sorry, I should say. Felt like it was only a few hours ago we were in Birmingham.
Oh, got a single.
That's one thing you do not want to give away here at Old Trafford.
Yeah, especially to Emma. We're just talking.
Manchester
Really looks to hit the ball at that point region, backward square.
9 balls.
The pace of the bowler. Probably a little bit pace here actually. So from Monroe.
First 9 balls of innings. Oh no!
Wayward one.
Oh, that's 4 now. We're getting
4 wide.
4-1 to London Spirit.
Talking about width. That's too much width. And down the leg side. Double trouble. It runs away to the boundary. Oh, such a good set as well.
Can you tell me Bernard? Lost a grip there. Which is a bit.
Wicket since all
Manchester Originals are on 11 from their first 9 deliveries. 11 from their first 9. Oh no, draw.
His effort at mid-wicket to finish off the first set of 10. It's 11 without loss.
11 without loss. Manchester Originals are 11 without.
Pretty even start again, as you'd expect. Both teams desperate for a win. The points gives them an outside
Manchester
chance of making
Originals
that top
are
3.
on 11 without loss.
So you look at London Spirit, and you look at some of the players they've had in their side. Yeah, they've got a few injuries today, but a fantastic team, well led by Heather Knight, an experienced campaigner. There they are, sitting in 6th
London
place.
Spirits are 6th for Manchester
They got
Originals.
this game in hand, which is now, and the Originals, good victory last time out, need another one back to back to get in the groove.
Sharma into the attack, had a really good tour of England with India earlier on in the summer. Begging for the finger to go up. Sue Redfern says, no thanks.
I was expecting that to be out, were they? Manchester. Well, it wasn't out, according to the umpire. It wasn't out, according to the umpire.
Spirit have been the best team bowling wise in the power play. Deepti Sharma has been a large part of that.
Oh, that's out! That's gotta be out!
Deepti Sharma's numbers in there are extraordinary. 31 from 40 balls before the 3 she's bowled today.
That's pretty good.
It is pretty good, actually. I think I have some class, I thought.
Just drifting the ball in to the pads of Lamb, cramping her for room.
Bowling good pace as well, Butch. Hard for the batsman to get to the pitch of it. For the batter to get to the pitch of it.
But really, it feels like London are trying all their best. Oh!
Remember Lamb, and it's another really good set of 5.
Manchester Originals are 11 without
that. For London Spirit. Needed that just to put a bit of pressure back onto the Originals.
Originals are still Manchester Originals are still on the level without us. I'm never
Tactics you were talking about much about falling 10 on the trot. I'd have been tempted there to just give it another 5 there. Such a good over.
Yeah, she got up 5 dots on Emma Lamb. And you feel as though something had to give there, didn't you? She'd have to take some sort of risk. There'll be Sophie Monroe. The switching ends, the James Anderson end. Pace on the ball is much more to Lamb's.
Ball
Yeah, pace on the ball. With the quicks.
Just nice.
Pace coming on to the bat.
Just nice shot.
Tricky shot through the covers.
Good shot.
Gets it from the fielders. Sails away for 4.
Just nice shot to play.
Nicked, and that might well.
That might go for 4. That also.
All that pressure built up by Deepti Sharma.
That also goes for 4. Not for 4.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. We went back to pace here. We've seen
Nice.
a real difficult facing Sharma. The last set of 5. You bring pace back into it, and the handbrake's been let off now. And they're away. The originals are back in the game.
Really bad.
19 now off 17 balls.
Yeah, 19 from 17 balls there. Oh!
It's going to go all the way. What a shot.
Yeah, that's going to go all of the way.
And, she was in her bunker, and now she's out and firing.
Yes, nice.
Talking about the way she plays, loves playing the ball square of the wicket, whether it's a cut
It's
shot
really-
or a pull shot. Really golden that one.
Just amazing. 2 4s and 1 6 in this
It
over.
wasn't the middle of the bat as well either, that one. But good enough strike.
2 4s and 1 6 so far. And 3 5, 25 of 18.
Goes over the top, and that's going to.
Oh, that's gonna go. That's gonna go for someone.
Towards the boundary. Oh, brilliant stop. Excellent by.
Well done by Sophia. Sophie Eriksson.
That really is an excellent bit of fielding.
That's Sophie. Oh.
Needed that, the team flying this over, this set of 5.
Manchester Originals are 127 of 19. Oh, then. Touching really deed.
It's an over, a set of 5, sorry, that's got the spirit moving. 20 balls gone, 28 without loss.
20 balls gone, 28 without loss.
What if there's a better way to buy your next car? Just visit Kazoo and pick up one you love from thousands. All our cars pass a 300-point inspection and they're carefully reconditioned. You can either collect it from us or have it delivered to your door at a time that suits you. And every car comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you've got a whole week to make sure you love it. Can you buy a car that's guaranteed to leave you happy? Kazoo, yeah you can.
Time for lunch.
Whoa, you read my mind. Spooky.
Spirit have gone for more in this power play than in any other in the tournament so far.
Really good stuff.
Sharma gets away with that full toss.
One of the difficulties for the bowlers in this format is you've got to adapt to the situation, because normally you would pick an end and that'd be your end in limited overs cricket. But in this format, the 100, we've seen swapping ends for different 5s. It's not easy. Changing your length, uphill, downhill, not easy at all for the bowlers.
Or is it just that you blokes made too much of a fuss about it?
Well, it's not. You look there, ball one end, changed the other end and didn't get it right. Ball 2 full, every single delivery.
only pulling your leg.
Again.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I have a feeling something's going to happen here, Butch. I think Gazelle Lee fancies one here.
I think she does. Oh, that's very close.
Darren Goff called it correctly.
Given, it's
Pressure was
been
starting to build
given.
on the overseas player.
The first wicket of the match.
For Gazelle Lee.
And it might have been a breakthrough for London Spirit.
No, even if she wanted to, she's on her way.
Amazing stuff. Amazing bowling there. For Sharma.
I just got that
Sharma
feeling
gone.
Watching the game from a distance, you can feel that pressure building.
Yeah, that was out. You can see that was out. Oh, time it was out that time.
The right option, just missed it.
And she found the breakthrough for London Spirit. Lee's gone. London Spirit 29 for 1.
Not Gazelle Lee's afternoon.
Well, he's gone for none. Manchester Originals 29 for 1.
For 1 run from 7 deliveries.
Yeah, that was amazing bowling. Absolutely was.
Tram lines are in. The ball did turn a little bit, hit the front pad first, and would have just clipped leg stump. Hawkeye reckons. On-field decision would have stood, but they decided to review it.
Maybe I was.
Second South African in the original side. He was there at the crease when Manchester Originals beat Southern Brave back on the 5th of August.
Another experienced player in this Originals lineup. Around a while, you look there, 5 matches so far in the 100, 53 runs. Not really had the chance to get going yet, but an average of 17. I think Heather Knight going to bring herself into the bowling attack for London Spirit. Mignon Priya. Well, this is what we saw from her at Cardiff, actually. She was one of the batters that was really prepared to try and push the fielders.
Yeah, she has a lot of experience here. Played a lot of cricket for South Africa, and hopefully she gets her team through.
And it's that sort of pitch, Jemima, where you probably, if you can think about 120, I reckon you've got a decent score. What do you think?
Yeah, I think 120, 125 would be a decent score and a fighting score.
New surface.
It's not a bad surface out there, is it?
It's harder to
It's not a bad surface to bat on.
It's only going to get slower because the sun's out. I mean, it feels more like Mumbai than England out here, but yeah, the pitch is going to get slower. So
Still trying to get a little slower, you could say. Oh, yeah, there's a little spin in that delivery. A little spin in that delivery. Haven't I just bowled? A little spin.
Good field placement. She's out. Well, it's all changed here. They're more active, driving better, and going out in the middle of the night.
Whatever your reason for making a positive change in life, Vitality protects and motivates you to make it happen. Smart Take gets you started, rewards keep you going. That's how we share the benefits of healthy living. We call it shared value insurance.
Oh, I'm off to the spare room.
Vitality, sharing the benefits of healthy living.
That's dogged fielding.
Danielle Gibson starts.
Manchester Originals are 32-1 after 5 more.
So anyway, how are you, Jemima? You enjoying it here? You're a new Northern supercharger these days. How's that going?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it out here. Northern Superchargers, my favorite team in the 100.
Manchester
Okay,
Originals
that's
got
pretty
some
obvious.
Manchester Originals are
First time in the
3-1.
So, before this, Rob, you were explaining me everything that's going on over here, and you made me feel so much more comfortable. So thanks for that.
You are sitting down as well. Making me look massive at the moment. I feel like Hagrid.
I think I'm just a bit tired today.
Well, it's been good watching you back, that is for sure. I say to you, the first game I saw you play in the 100, you got an unbelievable 90. I thought the Superchargers were done for all money, had no chance. It's one of the rare games where I reckon one batter has dominated so much.
I agree, Bobby. She has dominated cricket.
It wasn't easy wickets falling at the other end, but
She has dominated for her team in the 100.
That sounded pretty good. It's a big boundary out there. It's almost in a way.
I was expecting any
push for two, but that was hit too well.
that's true. Many people think about T20s and a 100-ball game as
Yeah,
hitting
but
boundaries
Rob,
and sixes, but I think whoever is able to rotate
the girl you got
strike and
next
the singles
to
and doubles,
has
I think
had
there are more
a
chances of
very
them winning the
weird
game.
experience in India.
Absolutely, especially on a pitch that's not so easy for batting.
Oh!
Yeah, it's never easy on this wicket, and spinners have started well for the London Spirit, coming in, bowling this first set of 5, not giving any runs, building pressure, and then getting Lazelli out. So that's a very good start as an off spinner for any team.
Oh,
in between the bowler, deep cover, and the batters at the moment. 35 balls done.
25 balls done. Manchester Originals 36 for 1.
It seems like as a batter, you can go quite a spell without facing a ball.
Yeah, I think especially because from one end sometimes a bowler is allowed to bowl 10 balls at a stretch, so it can be, but at the end for a batter it's important to stay calm and stay in the moment and not get too much worked up or frustrated, because you can make up for that later on. So it's important, don't get frustrated, stay calm and focus on the next ball.
Lots of changes for the Spirit. Tammy Beaumont now keeping. Big shout of spin going out to the sweep.
It's interesting to see they've changed and they've put Tammy Beaumont behind the stumps, because she's such a handy player. She's such a good fielder and saves a lot of runs on the field, and now behind the stumps.
I always think that's handy. If you can get one of your batters, one of your main batters to keep, it just means you can bring in another bowler or you can add strength somewhere else.
That's true, and to find a batter who can keep, as you said, it's always going to boost you. You can add a batter or a bowler, and you can increase your bowling, and that puts a lot of pressure on the opposition team, doesn't it?
Who's your favourite keeper batsman of all time?
I think Adam Gilchrist. Oh, I'm sorry, and MS Dhoni. People in India will kill me.
Oh, just.
Oh, that's 4!
Well placed.
4!
Something there for the Manchester Originals, and that's many on the wickets for you. It's difficult, as a bowler to bowl to her, because she moves around, uses her feet well, good short balls.
But that was good.
How she takes advantage of the field too.
That was good. A good 4. Oh, that's
Really
4.
Should be a couple at least.
Yeah, that's
No,
4.
Another boundary.
Another,
That was really good batting for Minion de Priya.
another 4. Really good. Good shot.
And gets a boundary. Much needed boundary.
Yeah, let's go.
Sorry, a good set of 5 for the batters.
Yes, a good set of 5 from the batters. And another great boundary leg.
One more somber news at the moment is that Chris Cairns, former Black Cat all-rounder, is just struggling through his life at the moment. A real heart problem, and is at the moment he's going to be transferred to a specialist hospital in Sydney. We wish him all the well.
All the best in all the world.
So best of luck, hopefully, to Chris Cairns. Our thoughts are with you.
I hope he gets better.
Naomi Datani.
Just hope he gets better. So this match, 47 for 1, with only 1 wicket just falling for the originals. 41 balls gone, and they're gone at the crease. Let's see what she can do with the ball. Another boundary! How many shots is it getting?
This is excellent now from the London Spirit.
Really good batting! Good
Manchester
shot!
Originals, 50 up for them.
50 up for the Manchester Originals! 50 up!
Placed it well, hit it over the fielder, so that's a really good batting.
50 up for the Originals!
London Spirit need to get them to stop these runs because wicket slow, it's going to be difficult to change, so more dot balls the better it is.
Oh, another boundary!
And again, just placed it this time, and pure timing.
I love the shot even better because she just used the pace off the bowler and just placed it perfectly in the gap between point and short third. Really good shot.
And this is where you need to be smart. You need to take the pace off, really. The more pace you put on the ball, the easier it is for the batters. They can just use that pace.
Absolutely. I don't think any batter loves a slower ball, especially on a slower wicket.
Especially as well, your slower balls generally work when you have a big boundary and it's fairly short straight, but out square, you've got quite a bit of room. So generally, that's where you can take the pace off and get them to beat those sweepers you can see on the screen. It's going to be a wide.
55.
She tried a slower ball, or was it the back of the
You
hand?
could
But
say
she didn't
56 for 1 is Manchester Spirit going at
You've got to be brave, you've got to keep on going. Have a plan. If you don't execute it all the time, it doesn't matter.
Ever got past 50 in this tournament? How's that ever happened to them? Oh, stop again!
Back of the hand slow ball, whether it's a drop catch or not.
I think it was a drop catch. I think it was a drop catch.
I think that's right.
I think the idea is perfectly right. I think, Rob, they've been hearing you here in commentary to bowl a slower balls, but just the execution. And that's the thing about, having variations. You need to master them. Because if you get it wrong, it can be a bit costly, and now it's a no ball.
Yeah, no ball, so it's an extra ball and it's a free hit. You can see just above waist height. As it gets to the batter, it's above her waist, so you end up with a no ball and a free hit. Out into the leg side. Should be taken, but they all drop.
Oh, it's dropped again!
It wouldn't have counted anyway.
Another drop.
Yeah, I think they're just using the wider boundaries because the square boundaries are more wider. So it's actually difficult, for a batter to muscle it down for a 6 or for a boundary. So I think this is a better ball.
Yeah, you can see how much protection you get, how hard it is to beat those two fielders at the bottom of your screen.
Oh, again. Again, a nice.
Better finish.
Yeah, but nice strokes always count. When you're stroking nicely,
This is the time now where you can keep the bowler off for another 5 balls. I'm not sure now's the time to do it. It's the type of thing here you do it to your spinners, wouldn't you?
You Wouldn't
Yeah,
if
I
you
think
were
it's better
heavy
to keep the
night.
spinners on over here.
Wouldn't if you was heavy night up in
And that's
Stoke.
what I think Heather Knight's doing now, getting another spinner over here.
It
Since
was
the wicket's
heavy
low,
night.
and
Versus Ben Stokes.
yeah, let's see how it goes about from here.
The borders because Ben Stokes is like changing. Simple like wants to change. No.
Right, Charlie Dean back, who started off proceedings, 5 balls. She's bowled just the 4 runs. Field up on the offside, bar long off. Field set as it is, you can't afford any sort of width on the offside.
It's very important to bowl according to your field, especially in women's cricket when you can have just 4 fielders out of the 23-yard circle. So it's important to be accurate and bowl according to your field.
Tell you what, you can't do that.
Oh, that's 4!
Outside off stump, the field set as it is. Mignon Dupree is not going to miss out.
No, she's not going to miss that. She loves width, she swung her bat, got over the field, and that's a really good shot.
Yeah, that was. It was
You said it right at the start of this commentary, Steve. If you just hang in there, you can always catch up, and that is what the originals are doing. 65 from 47 is good going.
Yeah, it's good. It's good going, and anything about 120, 125 we discussed in the start of the match, it's going to be a fighting score because the kind of bowling the originals have.
And again, she's good through the offside, that
That's
is for sure.
4.
She's not missing out.
That's 4.
Yeah, she's not going to miss out on those ones. Because giving room, asking for it, with that fielded up, it's not the ideal ball you'd want to bowl out there.
Well, this has probably come at a good time for the London Spirit. We're going to have a quick timeout.
A timeout from the umpire. We're having a timeout, which means they'll have time. They'll give players time to go and get some drinks.
That's 4 more runs.
Timeout.
4 more than I've managed.
Make timeout. The umpires let them have the timeout.
New McCoy's Fire Pit. Don't deny the beast. What if there's a better way to buy your next car? Just visit Kazoo and pick out one you love. All our cars pass a thorough 300-point inspection and are carefully reconditioned. We show you every detail, so you'll know exactly what you're getting. And every car comes with a 90-day warranty, roadside assistance, and our 7-day money-back guarantee, giving you a whole week to make sure you love it. And if you don't, we'll take it back. Can you buy a quality car that's guaranteed to leave you happy? Kazoo, yeah you can.
Oh. The beast.
New McCoy's Fire Pit. Don't deny the beast.
A brand new permanent season starts on Friday.
The Premier League kicks off this weekend. It's live on Sky Sports.
There's Brentford taking Arsenal in the opening game of the new season.
Okie doke, we're done here. And she's declaring.
I declare I haven't a clue what's going on.
Perfect conditions at Old Trafford. The sun is out. It's pretty warm, and the forecast for the week ahead is decent, actually. Pitch is used. It's slow. It will turn. Ice cream weather.
Yes, ice cream weather.
Still one delivery left in this 5.
Oh.
Strategic timeout was taken after 49. It's 69 for 1. To make it better, Nash, you're working with your
2 matches a day.
I think Keezy's at the back there.
Sorry,
I know.
but your best bowler.
I'm going
I think
to
Kenny's
take
at
it to
Somerset.
bed.